Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
This is Williams, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Hankins in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Taken in at the 22. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And some room to maneuver. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all these step and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Keenum. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Reggie Ragland with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And McManus able to put it through, and the Broncos the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
McCoy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're...
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
From the gun, here's Keenum. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now they try the right side here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Keenum on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they picked up the 1st down.
Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mahomes now on 1st down. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Williams. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Keenum. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he'll be taken down gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Keenum. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, got three down.
Working from the gun, Keenum. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Keenum now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Out of the gun, Keenum looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
2nd and 10, Keenum here again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Ball nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now a first down throw. Keenum. That's going to be caught. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Keenum now to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down is Keenum. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. To the air again, Keenum. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first, this from 41. And McManus able to put it through. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. To throw is Keenum. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. On the return, here's Kerwin Williams. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is caught by Watkins. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Keenum. To the right side and complete to Hurst. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, it's Keenum. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw, Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, Mike's right. Roger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Welcome back now to Denver. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. Catch here, left side, Thomas. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
Yeah, if you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now it's Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual.